Hello everyone, welcome to this demo. In this demo we are going to talk about how exactly we can do the installation of Maven. So first of all, we'll do it on the Windows platform here and we'll see that how the installation really works. So for this one I will be doing the installation into my local system. Now before even going for Maven is a kind of a build tool which is available there, primarily for performing any kind of build automation for the Java based projects. Now since it's used for Java, we also require the Jdk installation onto our system. So for that, both of the installations we will be covering over here, and we'll see that how the installation really works as such over here. Right, so before even going for Maven, we have to install the Jdk onto our Windows machine so that we can proceed with Maven, because Maven requires the Jdk installations to be there. Now there are two ways of Jdk installation. Either you go for the exe file or you extract the binaries of Jdk to a directory and then set up the java_home path for that. But if you are using the executable, that will perform the path configurations for you also. So in that case, you don't have to reconfigure it again and again. So that's what we are going to see here. So first of all, we will try to do the installation of Jdk. So for that, we'll go to the website of Jdk and then we have to click on this one to access the Maven installations part here. So that's what we are going to do. So let's proceed and let's open the Chrome and try to go through these two URLs so that we can do the installations one by one. So here I have to just search for JDK 8 download. So it will show me the URL for oracle.com. So here you will get the JDK for the different platforms for different operating systems. Now here what you can see here that you have the configurations in which you have the JDK installation. So we have to here I'll go for the Windows 64 version because that is something I will be using to do the installation. So this is the complete executable link. So here you can download. So we are downloading the SDK U251. So just search for Windows 64. Yeah, this is the one. So let me click on this one. Let me quickly log into the web page. So once the login is done, you will be able to see that it's trying to download the exe file. So that was for the JDK, for the Java. Now for the Maven, I'm going to go for the Maven download over here. So in this one, the Maven repo link is there. maven.apache.org is the link for this one. Now here we have the different options. You can see here that the binary zip archive is there, then source zip archive is there. So depending on the installation which you want to perform, you should be able to download that file and it works there. So let's first install the JDK portion and then we'll go with this one. So we'll click on this one also anyways, because it's something we have to anyways do it. So we'll click on this so that this Maven is also getting started downloading over here. So once both of them are downloaded, we will proceed further with the setup. So let's wait for another 1 minute to do this one. So the Apache Maven is kind of downloaded over here. So we wait for the JDK download also over here. So next 5-10 seconds only left out. So first JDK will be there and then Maven installation configurations will be there. So for Maven, we just have to extract into a directory and give the MVN home path into the properties, into the variables, so that it can pick it up over there. Okay, so we have to extract the zip file for Maven, give the path, and then we will check with the Maven command whether it's working fine or not. So let's try to install the executable. So we'll open the directory where the executables are there. So first of all, we'll install the JDK. So we'll double click the installer for JDK. It's of around 200 MB. So the complete JDK will be installed. So we have to just go for next. Now when you go with the installer, so usually the Java home paths and all that stuff is already configured. So you don't really have to change the passwords or Java home any kind of variable you have to put it up. All those things will be automatically cleaned up. So it's running the installation. Close. So then we have to extract the Maven. So we have to extract this directory because here the Maven complete executables and libraries are there. So we just have to extract it and place into a directory so that we can further on use it and access the path. So once the access is done, yep, so this is done there. So I can rename it to like Maven. So I can rename it like to as Maven, and I can cut it down and put it into the C drive here. Now this is the Maven home path which is going to be there, right? So all I have to do is that I have to close this one and this one and this one and this. So what we have to do is that we have to really go to the system properties so that we can extract it. So I'm going to open the system properties over here. Properties. Now here the advanced system settings. Now in this one we will be setting up the paths. So environment variable will go. Now here if you scroll down you will see all the different paths which is available there as such over here. Now if we want to see that if the Java is fine or we require for Jdk also, so all we have to do is that we have to open the cmd prompt. Window R we are providing. So using the window R I'm opening the run window where I can say like cmd. Now in this cmd I'm going to say like Java -version. So Java is there, so which means that we don't have any problem as such. Now I'll just go here and set up a new one called mvn_home. So here the same path, so you can browse for directory also, but I am using the mvn home over here in this one. Now I have just added that, and in the path variable in the last we have to actually add the bin directory also, so that whenever we run the mvn command, so that should also be resolved. So mvn_home is not the only variable which you will be configuring. In fact you will be configuring the path variable also, that you can go ahead and put up a new directory entry for the cmd here. So cmd till the cmd directory you will go there, and whatever the executable is there you should be able to resolve that. So for that again you have to open the window R, cmd prompt, Java-version, and then you can run mvn-version here. When you run the mvn-version, it will let you know that which particular Java runtime you are using, 1.8.0_251. That's the same one which we have configured. And it also let us know that where exactly the executable is there, and we can now proceed further with the execution of the Maven build. So you just have to check out your source code or go to that directory where source code is there, and you can run the mvn clean install. So that will ultimately go for the build process. So this is the way that how we can do the installation of Maven on the Windows platform. Now since this is done, now we will go ahead with the second installation where we are going to do the installation of Maven and Jdk onto the Ubuntu machine. So for that we will log into the particular cloud lab of Simplilearn LMS. So let's log into the LMS here. So now we are going to do the installation of Jdk and Maven on the Ubuntu virtual machine here. So for that we will log into the LMS. So let's log into that. So this is the LMS over here. Here I have already started the lab here. So all I have to do is that I have to just click on this link here. So it will open the lab into a new tab. It's a GUI mode of Ubuntu server, so which we will be using to configure it. So here first of all I can open the Chrome browser also. So let me open the browser here so that I can download the Maven executables as such over here. So Jdk we can do it using the package installation. So using the apt executable we will be doing the installation. So I have to just open the terminal here. So once the terminal is opened, you have to log in through the root ID. Now why we require root ID? So that we should be able to do the package installations and other configurations. So that requires root access. Now once that is done, you have to run the particular app update command. Next you have to install the installer. So the Oracle installer we have to install. Now once the setup is done, so let's install the latest package over here for Oracle-Java 14-installation. So this will install the Jdk 14 over here. So for that configurations. Now at the same time we'll go for Maven download also. So here we'll go for download Maven. So this is the tar file for executable. So I'm going to copy this URL here, and over here we'll say yes. So now the Java should be configured and should be set up over here in this one. So what we really need to do is that we need to run the Java command to see that if the installation is done properly or not. So let's open the terminal again, another terminal, so that I can perform the steps related to Maven. So I have got the URL, so I'm going to the opt directory, which is always an optional directory where we can do the setup and all those configurations. So I'm going to run the wget command and then the URL which I have downloaded. So this should download the tar file over here of Maven. Now once that is done, so I have to extract it. So tar-xvzf and the tar file name. This is a tar gunzip file, so I have to use tar-xvzf parameter over here to extract it. Now what exactly I have got the Apache Maven directory over here, so I'm going to rename it. In order to rename it, what we need to do, we need to actually go for the particular move command. So move whatever the existing folder you have, and then I'm going to rename it with the Maven directory. Now once that is done, I'm going to the Maven directory, and this is the path or Maven_home path which is available as such over here in this one. So here all the bin directories, executables, all this stuff is there. So now I can use it like mvn_home and the same configuration just like we did in the Windows. So here also the same process we have to follow. So Java version should be let me know that which version is deployed. So 14.01 version is deployed over here. So for Java, I don't have to set up the path again here because I'm using for the installer, so I don't have to set up the path, right? So for Maven, now what exactly I have to do, I have to go to the etc profile D. Now here I'm going to put up a particular file. Now here you can see that we have the Jdk file here, which means that the path variables and everything is configured as such over here. So you can see that Java_home, path, all these variables are copied here. So I'm going to also create a same file similar to this one here, but in this case what I'm going to use it that I'm going to remove some of the values. So I'm going to have some of the parameters added. So in order to do it effectively, I can do the echo command so that I can copy the things from here and I can simply put it up into the file here. So I'm going to have the path variable added up over here. Now why I'm putting up the paths, because it's the same configuration which we did over there also. So opt/maven/bin. So all the bin directories should be added to the specific path variable. So I'm just trying to create a file called maven.sh. Just like a jdk.sh over here, I'm also creating similar kind of file over here called maven.sh. Now I'm not going in the VI mode or other editors because I just want to make you understand that how I'm copying it, the content. I'm taking the jdk.sh as a reference and putting up the details over here in this one. And then I'm going to export mvn_home over here, which is related to like opt/maven. So this is what we are going to put up over here, and then Maven. In the end, Maven, this is the file which you should be having. Now why we are using it? Because of the fact that it's being used, or it will be utilized in such a way that you can perform the changes or whatever configurations you want to perform. This will help you to set up the certain paths like path and mvn home so that you can run these scripts as such over here. So I'm going to give the executable permissions to this one, and that's it. So now what exactly I have to do is that I have to do the source here, profile.d maven. Once that is done, I will be able to run the mvn-version over here, and the Jdk part is already open, so it's going to refer to that part. So this is the way that how we configure the Maven and the Jdk specifically on the Ubuntu virtual machine. So pretty much that's it for this demo. In this demo, we primarily talked about that how we can do the installation of Jdk and Maven on Windows, and how we can do the similar task on the Maven on the Ubuntu virtual machine also here. So here we are going to talk about that how we can do for a specific setup where we can do for the installation of Maven in a Mac operating system. So let's see. So there are two ways of doing the installation here. First is through the Brew executable on the Mac. Now this Brew utility on Mac is just like apt or yum utility which is present in most of the environments or most of the platforms here, but here we are using this Brew to do the installation of Maven on the Mac operating system. And again, so next one is just a particular mechanism where you should be able to have the setup, like you can download the binaries from the Apache website, and then you can export the m2_home and the path variable so that you can start using the Maven executable. So we'll talk about these things, and we'll see that how exactly we can go for this setup. So let's log in to a particular machine or Mac operating system, so where we will be able to do all this activity. So this is the Mac system which we have here. Now in this one, what we are going to do is that we are going to open the terminal. So we are going to open a terminal here. So this is my terminal. So usually in Mac, you don't require any other mechanism. So the inbuilt terminal is more than sufficient for doing this stuff, because it's similar to a Linux based platform here. So I'm going to run the command here. So first of all, I'll just double check that if my brew executable is working fine. So I'll just run the brew help command to see that if my brew is working fine as such over here in this one. Now I have the command called Brew Install. So that is a command which we need to use. Now in this one, we have to actually give the specific package which we want to install. So we will say like Brew Install Maven. So it will download the specific executables on the system. From the website, it will download the Maven executables. So it will take some time, but ultimately it's trying to download it and the particular tar file. So you can see here that it's downloading 3.6.3 tar file over here. So I can see that the installation is done. So the 3.6.3 version should be installed over here. So when I do like Maven mvn under hyphen version over here, so you can see that the 3.6.3 version is deployed as such over here. Now this is something which is done with a purely command over here called brew, which really helps us to do any kind of package installations. Not only Maven, other packages also can be installed pretty much with the help of this executable. Now, in order to see the manual stuff, what we really need to do is that we need to actually clean this specific installation, so that I will be able to show you the manual installation also over here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run the command called brew uninstall Maven, so that the Maven should be removed from your system. So we are just trying to remove the Maven from here, and you can see that the Maven executable is not working as such over here. So which means that the Maven is uninstalled in this case. But why I have uninstalled here? So that I should be able to go ahead and download some custom Maven over here in this one. So I have opened the browser here. So I'll go for the Maven executable. So we'll go for Maven download, so that we should be able to download a specific the executable here. So I'm going for this directory. So here 3.6.3 version same is available here. So I'm going to download the bin.tar.gz, which was the file we have. So this is also a kind of a Linux platform, right? So that's the reason why here the tar file should work perfectly fine. So here I'm going to the OPT directory, where we can have all the optionals related packages. So if it is not there, so I can create a directory called /opt. So I can log in with root. So if you don't have the root access, so you can go for the applications. In the applications, you can actually create a directory called Maven. So here I can go for Maven. Yeah. So here we will be downloading the var file here. So the tar.gunzip file we are downloading over here. So I'll give the path here. So once the var file or wget command I am using to do the installation, but sometimes the wget is not available. So I can go for the brew install wget also. If that package is available on brew, the installation will be done. So we'll try to do the installation using wget, so that we will be able to get a tar file generated or downloaded. There are other ways also. You can download it from the browser also. Yeah, you can go to the browser, and here you can actually click and download it, and then you can transfer it locally to this specific directory also. So both the possibilities are there, but I'm just trying to download the wget command, so that it will be easy for me to do the setup and to do the download over here. So I'm going to run the same command again. So it will download the tar file. So this is the tar file which is available over here. So I'm going to extract it over here. So once the extraction is done, so I'm going to rename it like to Apache Maven, so that I should not have any kind of versioning or these kind of parameters over here. And the Apache dot Maven hyphen this tar file I'm trying to remove as such over here. So this is what I have got as an end result over here. Now this is the current directory in which I have these applications and these setups going forward over here. So if I run the mvn -- version command, so that will not be giving me any kind of output over here, because still I have extracted the tar file, but that is not, the activity is not complete. I have to exactly set up some environment variables so that I should be able to run this mvn command. So what I really need to do over here is that we have to export certain variables. application/maven Apache Maven. So this is the home directory which I'm trying to configure over here. And then next thing is that path variable. So I'm going to have we are going to coordinate the path variable with the folder. So I'm going to have the folder structure here. So the bin directory we have to provide. So I'm going to copy here and paste, and then I'm concatenated with the bin here. So now my environment variables are established. So my mvn -- version command, as you can see here, is that it's being picked up over here, but it's saying that the particular Java runtime is not available. So I can go for Java Brew Install Java. So that should be enough there to install a Java package there. So you can see that it says that it's already installed, so and up to date. So that's the reason why it's not able to do the installation. So I'm going to reinstall OpenJDK. Because what happens that when we do the installation, some environment variables related to Java should be formatted or should be extracted over here, right? So as you can see that here it's saying that if you want to really use the executable of Java, you have to concatenate the path like this. So let's run that, and then we can see that the particular executable of Java will also be find out over here. So Java - version showing that yes, it's available there. And now my command should be able to show me that yes, it's working fine. The Jdk was already installed, but the problem with that is that since it's installed into a particular location, so you have to actually override your path value so that you should be able to see in that directory and find out the Java executable. So that I have got by doing the deinstallation. I got the command over there in the output saying that this is the installation which is done, and now you just have to extract, or you have to just put that path directory into the specified path variable, and that's how you got the Maven and Java both command lines working over here. So this is how you will be doing the Maven installations all together, how the overall installation of Maven and the Jdk really works on Mac operating system. So that's it for this demo. Thanks.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.